Hello, hello, hello. We good. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Unveiling of the longest season in NFL history 17 games. I am so very excited for this season, for the playoffs, for we are 15 minutes away. Uh, some teams will be releasing 17 minutes. Hopefully, all of them do. So, leading up to it, we did have some games earlier today that was officially announced. We're gonna be discussing those while we wait for while we wait for full schedules. So, let me take care of something real quick, and then we will discuss week one. Okay. So, NFL Week 1. Oh boy. So many 1 o'clock games. I feel like don't really need to be 1 o'clock games. And others that should be 1 o'clock. But the kickoff is the Cowboys versus Buccaneers. And this was intriguing. I'm confused. I'm sure they make that the kickoff just so that way it would be somewhat an easy victory for the Buccaneers. Mainly just because Cowboys aren't the best team. Who knows? Maybe they're just a complete 180 from last year. But the kickoff is Cowboys Bucks. Tom Brady going against Dak Prescott, and we have the full ready to win again Buccaneers team against a Cowboys team who is trying to prove they're worth the contracts they were given. So that was an interesting game. I will be doing also way too early record predictions once we get all the schedules. But Buccaneers Cowboys, that's a pretty simple, easy game, I think. The most intriguing 1 o'clock game is definitely Steelers Bills. That is a big game. It's interesting to see how well the Steelers are against against a very good top team, Bills team. Sam Darnold getting his revenge on the Jets in week 1. That is a good game as well. And then Browns Chiefs, another good game for 4 o'clock spot. Mahomes, Baker Mayfield. We saw this game in the divisional round last year, and it was a good game to begin with. And then the Dolphin game being once again road traveling to New England. That is very interesting. I'm not sure why they have it set up like that. But it's really that game may be a preview game for Cam Newton. I mean last year Miami lost week 1, but we won the second meeting, and Tua was going to be the starter. We have better receiving core. But the Patriots did get better as well this offseason. I mean, they signed some really good players. But there's a difference between signing the players and having those players actually perform well. Of course, as Bill Belichick talking about, this Patriots team is going to be good this season. Well, but again, whether all their talent actually goes onto the field, really, week 1's where we get to see that happen for the first time. The Sunday and Monday night games, Bears Rams. That's an interesting Sunday night game. Matthew Stafford basically doesn't leave Detroit until week 2 because he's playing of his former opponents. And then Ravens Las Vegas. That's an interesting one. So obviously the Dolphin game I'm gonna be watching with my family. That's a tradition. But the 1 o'clock game is the one we're gonna be streaming, play by play, and most likely that the 1 o'clock game will be. I hope it's going to be Jets Panthers. It does depend on what I get, what games I get. So I will obviously judge it too. So like if I get, but it's just because of location. I think we will be getting Jets Panthers. So that's the game we're hopefully going to be streaming. As in my opinion, that's going to be a very intriguing game. I'll be happy if I get Steelers Bills because I hope the Steelers will somehow win, even though it does not seem likely. And then Jacksonville, Houston. That's like not knowing what's going on in Houston makes that intriguing because we don't know who the quarterback's going to be. So they're going to be Deshaun Watson. It's going to be Tyrod Taylor, or it's going to be Davis Mills. And depending on who that is, kind of depends the game. And also, I don't have the image. But they also get the 2 London games announced. The 2 London games are Jets Falcons week 5. So the Falcons, they're going to be looking at a very long stretch of away games late in the season, because they have a week 1 home game. As we see here, they have the Eagles traveling to Atlanta. They lose their week 5 home game because it's a London game. So they only have 5 home games left in the span of like 12 weeks. So at some point they're going to need to play a lot of road games. I think that's going to be like their final 5-game stretch. It's going to be road games. And then with the other London game is week 6. It's Jacksonville, Miami. So Jacksonville loses a home game because they're traveling to London, and of course Jacksonville loves going to London. They when on years they can't go, they go at least twice a year. Most of the time. So it is mission, but again, this isn't the 2019 Jaguars where London loves Gardner Minshew and all that. This is a new Jaguars team, which may not even succeed. Like they can have Jacksonville's definitely a situation where they could have all the talent they want, but if Urban Meyer does not transition well from college to NFL, they're not gonna find success. So really, week 1 is where a lot of teams are gonna prove themselves. Miami has to prove themselves at Foxborough. The Steelers have to prove themselves against Buffalo. Jacksonville and Houston has to prove themselves with whoever they have. Rams had to prove themselves against the Bears. As some of the Bears we don't know what's going on with Chicago either when it comes to quarterback. Saints have to prove themselves against the Packers, and the Packers have to do the same against the Saints. The Colts have to prove themselves against the Seahawks. Raiders have to prove themselves against the Ravens. Heck, I can say the Patriots are going to have to prove themselves as well, depending on how the team. Cowboys, if they can keep that game close against the Buccaneers, I say that's a win for them. Chargers have to prove themselves against Washington, because that Washington defense is monstrous. Niners, kind of a prove it game for them against Detroit. I mean, like week 1 is kind of stacked this year. I mean, like any of these games are fine games to watch. But again, the Packers Saints game. Obviously, we saw this exact game happen last year, where it was in New Orleans as well. But again, the Packers came out on top. But really, this may be a different Packers team. And let's talk more about the Packers. So, in the wake of all this Aaron Rodgers situation, Davante Adams, who is a scheduled free agent in 2022, said that if Rodgers doesn't return, he may not return because he needs his quarterback. That's scary. That is scary if you're a Packers fan. If you lose Davante Adams, it's going to be interesting. This Aaron Rodgers situation is just spiraling out of control for both sides. I mean, there's rumors about him telling free agents not to sign with the Packers because he won't be there this upcoming season. And like this was not supposed to be released. Any of this information was not supposed to be released, according to Adam Schefter, who did originally release this information. He said it was early draft day, there wasn't much to talk about, so he just released it. Which kind of a selfish move on his part. But there's been talks about the Packers giving Rodgers a massive long-term extension offer. While no word about if he has accepted or not yet. We'll have to wait and see. But we got some teams. We have some stuff going down in Green Bay, and I feel so bad for Jordan Love. I mean, he didn't ask for any of this, but yeah, he has to deal with all of it. Like, if the Packers don't succeed this upcoming season and Aaron Rodgers isn't the quarterback, Jordan Love was going to be blamed for everything. And I just feel so bad for him because of it. Like, he didn't ask the Packers to trade up for him. He didn't ask to be drafted by the Packers. He just played his college ball, and the Packers saw something in him. And they thought that a team, apparently they also thought like the Ravens, the Dolphins, or some other team that was also before them were gonna draft him, because like they had the 30th overall pick, but they traded up to 26. They traded up 4 spots, and I mean, I just don't know what to say. But I'm not. The Packers do not want to get rid of Rodgers. The Packers want Rodgers. It's clear as day. But Rodgers just doesn't want to stay anymore, and that is scary. That is scary if you are a Packers fan. But hey, who knows? We haven't seen Jordan Love take a single snap in the NFL yet, so because he didn't have a preseason, we didn't get to see him play. So really, this upcoming preseason is big if you're a Packers fan. Like this upcoming preseason is massive if you're a Packers fan. Well, hopefully we're about 2 minutes out from hopefully some schedules been released. Because most teams do like a whole video. We'll be watching a video, whatever videos those teams release if they do. Really, I'm only gonna be looking at 2 teams' full schedules right now, which is I'm looking at Dolphins and maybe the Panthers. I mean, just because the Panthers' Twitter account is fucking unstoppable. I mean, dare I say the best Twitter account in the NFL? Like, props to that dude. Props to the person leading the Panthers' Twitter account. That account is insane. I think it's one of the best Twitter accounts in the NFL. And yeah, really, what I'm hoping for the Dolphins is you always want like a mid bye week, so like around weeks 8 or 9, and that's the same. I think now is the same, but maybe like 9 or 10. You want your bye week, so that way you play your first half of games, and then you get a rest for your final half of games, and then like, if you find success up until the bye week, and you have the entire bye week to fully game plan for the next opponent and continue your momentum. But we'll see. I just hope Miami does not have an early bye week. While Miami is a very young team, I don't think still no team likes having to play like 10 plus games in a row without a bye, and especially if they make the wild card instead of getting a first round bye, which a lot of teams are gonna be the case. Like the Chiefs may get it again, but alright. So 7:45. Most teams have released their schedule. Some teams are releasing their schedules. Just waiting for some teams to do it. I mean, yeah, some teams do it exactly. Okay. So Dolphins, or they do a video. So let's go ahead and let's look at it. I'm going to have to adjust the size of it so that I wouldn't take up the entire because of copyright. Yeah, the Bengals video got hit with copyright because I showed it full. Okay. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Dolphins schedule. Week 1 is at New England, like we know. Week 2, home game against the Bills. Okay. Week 2 is a Bills home game. Okay. I'm happy with that. But this is the same exact fucking schedule as last year so far. Okay. I'm happy Buffalo has to come through the heat though. I'm happy about that. Week 3, we're traveling to Las Vegas. Okay, early trip out west. That's not bad. I'll take it. Okay. Week 4 is the home game against the Colts. Perfect. So far it's alternating. Week 4 against the Colts. I'll take it. Again, we're going to see how good the Colts are by then. We'll take it. Hopefully the Colts won't be that good. Week 4 against the Colts, home here in Miami. Week 5. Okay, week 5 is when we travel to Tampa. And this video obviously won't say if the prime time or not. Hopefully a different image would be released when that shows it. But week 5 is when we travel to Tampa. That's not bad. We're traveling to Tampa early. And then week 6 is the London game against Jacksonville. Okay, let's see. Week 7. So we have back-to-back road games. Week 7 is when the Falcons come to town. Okay. So far this schedule is organized pretty nicely. Come on, give us a week 9 bye. Week 8, we travel. Yes, okay. We avoid the cold of Buffalo. Week 8, we travel to Buffalo. I will take it. I will take it to traveling to Buffalo week 8. Perfect. So we have no Jets so far on the schedule. Houston coming to town week 9. Okay. That's fine. That's a good game. I'll take it. Week 9, Houston's coming to town again. We don't know what Houston's going to be really looking like by then. So, let's see. Week 10. Okay, so it does save the prime time. Week 10 is a home primetime game against Baltimore. Okay, Thursday Night Football primetime versus the Ravens. So that's one primetime game. Miami normally gets one, maybe two. So that's not a bad primetime game to have. Week 11 is when we first travel to New York. Okay. Not bad. The Jets and New York, week 11. That's pretty good for us. Panthers, week 12 here in Miami. Okay, I'll take it. That's not bad. Having some. There's still no Saints yet, which I'm scared about. Still no Saints yet. Giants, week 13. Okay. So Panthers, Giants, back-to-back home games. All right. Let's see. Week 14. Okay, week 14 is our bye week. That's pretty late. That is pretty late. That's a pretty late bye week. Week 14. I mean, again, we're a younger team. Hopefully, we should be fine. But we have... Okay, week 14 bye. Jets coming to town week 15. Okay, we take it. We take it. Gotta love right after the bye week playing the Jets. Saints on Monday Night Football. So we have 2 primetime games so far. Home game Thursday Night Football against the Ravens. At the Saints on Monday night. This game may decide multiple playoffs implications. We have 2 more games to look at. At Tennessee week 17, which means New England's coming to town week 18. Okay. Let's see if Miami has released a full image of the schedule. No, not yet. Okay. And then the Panthers stuff. I want to get a full look at this Dolphins schedule. Hold on. So, Dolphins schedule not looking bad. Not looking bad at all. Not bad at all. Alright, come on. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Thank you, official Dolphins. Let me... So we're also going to see the preseason games. So, we play Atlanta twice again? What? Why do we play... Do we play Atlanta in Miami twice? Okay, week 1 at New England. Okay. That's not bad. And then Buffalo week 2, again, this same start. But then we travel to Las Vegas. Okay, I will take it. Traveling to Las Vegas, it's not bad early in the season. Again, having Buffalo come into town early in the season is not bad at all. They have to deal with the heat. If you're traveling to New England early in the season, not bad. We don't have to deal with the cold. Colts coming to town week 4. And then we travel to Tampa week 5. The London game week 6. Yeah, we played the Falcons twice at Hard Rock Stadium. Okay. So, week 7 and preseason week 2, Falcons are coming to Miami. Alright. Okay. So, and then week 9, we end our Buffalo series. That's not bad. I'll take it. I'm happy that they're traveling to Buffalo early in the season. Houston, Ravens back to back here, Miami. Baltimore being a Thursday night game. Ay. That being a Thursday night game is interesting. Okay, prime time against the Ravens. I'm really scared for that game. Last time the Ravens came to Miami, we got blown out. Traveling to New York, we have 2 home games until leading up to our bye week against Carolina and New York and the Giants. This Giants is the extra game. So, these 2 games are not bad. These 3 games for the bye week, not the worst. It could have been so much worse. And then Jets after the bye week. And then New Orleans on Monday night at Tennessee versus New England. Okay. That's not a bad bye week. That's not a bad schedule. That's not a bad schedule. What other team do you guys want to see the schedule? What other team's schedule should we look at? What other team's schedule? Should we look at the Buccaneers? Look at the Buccaneers schedule. Defending Super Bowl champs. Okay, where is the schedule? Okay, they're showing their schedule in the worst way possible. Whatever. So obviously you begin against Dallas, then they have Atlanta. Travel. Oh yeah, did you make 2 trips? Travel to the Rams, travel to New England. That's gonna be a good game. I'm in Miami. At Philly on prime time. Why is this game prime time? Why is this a Thursday night game? Okay. But so Chicago at New Orleans. They have an early bye week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Week 9 bye week. Okay, it's not bad. At Washington, that's gonna be a good game. Why are these surprising against the Giants on Monday Night Football? At Colts, at Atlanta, Buffalo, New Orleans. Oh, this New Orleans game is prime time. That makes a lot of sense. That's not bad. At Carolina, at the Jets, Carolina. Okay. Broncos have it kind of easy. I mean, the Buccaneers have it kind of easy. Okay. So we look at some teams. I'm going to call it here. I want to keep the stream shorter just because I have other shit to take care of today. But I did promise you all a stream talking about the schedule. I am very happy with Miami's schedule and how it lines up. But with that being said, hope you enjoyed this very quick stream. And I will see all of you in the next video.